You're capable, organised, the one everyone relies on. So why does it feel like no matter how much you do, it's never enough? And why are you always the one with the least time? This isn't only about the juggle. It's the silent expectation and the impossible standards you set yourself to do it all, along with the version of you that's getting lost underneath it all. The cost is a full life that looks amazing, but doesn't quite feel like yours. There is another way without everything falling apart. This is Confessions of a Working Mum, where we openly share the resentment we've been carrying silently for far too long. Hello and welcome to Confessions of a Working Mum, the space where we get honest about the beautiful, messy reality of modern motherhood, ambition, and everything in between. I'm your host, Michelle Akester-Marsh, founder of Unshakable Mama. I'm a life coach and healer, wife and mum, and a family-focused feminist, supporting working mums to reconnect with more calm, confidence, and self-trust so they lead themselves and their families with more presence, ease, and joy. Today, I'm really excited to be joined by my lovely friend Jenna, who's courageously stepped forwards to help shift the story for other working mums and their families, one mum, one boundary, one belief shift at a time. So welcome, Jenna. Thank you so much for joining me. Would you like to share a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, of course. Thank you, Michelle. So my name's Jenna. I'm mum to two lovely boys. So one is 16 months old now, so a recent mum. And my other eldest son is 8 now, so at school and doing all of that. I work part-time for a university at the moment, and my spare time I love kind of yoga, dancing, just letting my hair down really, and being with friends and family.
Beautiful. You have got a beautiful family. Not that I'm biased. So why have you joined me today? Like, what confessions have you got to share?
I just love what you're doing, Michelle, and I think it's really, really important for mums to speak out about how they're feeling so that we can all help each other to understand that it's quite normal, a lot of the struggles that we're feeling. But generally, the reason why I wanted to reach out today was to talk a bit about the juggle, almost the silent expectation that are put on mums sometimes, that they'll just get things done, just cope with all of the little things that don't really get seen. And just to talk about that, really, just to create that awareness that, maybe some mums are struggling because of that. They might not want to reach out because they feel like they just have to do these minor things around the house, for example, all of the pickups, drop-offs. Maybe they feel that they see other mums doing that and feel that that's just the expectation. So as I just said, I work part-time. So I think a lot of that expectation, maybe expectation that comes from myself, perhaps. I don't know if it is actually expectation from others, but is that I'll just get all of those things done and I'll just make it happen and that won't affect my work. Whereas in reality, I think that is quite a challenge sometimes, and it's trying to balance that. And that's why I wanted to really just talk about that with viewers today.
Oh, thank you so much. I know that it's going to be really supportive for other mums. And it's interesting there that you say that self-awareness that you say, maybe it's the expectation on myself, because we do put a lot of expectations on ourselves. And I remember my own mum saying to me, you've got such high expectations of yourself. And I knew I did, but I didn't know how to stop that. So I had to learn that myself. So yeah, it's interesting awareness there. So yeah, what is your story of the juggle then? Talk us through how it lands in your family.
I think it's really been since I've gone back to work, because this time round I've really enjoyed my maternity leave. I've met a great group of friends. We were, going out doing the usual child-led activities and meeting lots of baby-led courses and things. And I didn't necessarily have the same experience the last time. Not that it was bad or anything. I just think I just struggled more the first time round with my eldest. This time I just had a great year. After some trauma at the beginning of that, and I must say, like, my little one didn't have the best of starts, but I think that made me, make the most of that maternity year even more. So when I went back to work, it was a bit like, oh, okay, right, I can do this. I've always been quite a strong minded person and quite independent, but also like I'm a manager at work as well, so I feel like I've got that responsibility for others, stepping back in. And I'd worked nearly full time previously, so coming back into the job as a part-time person, which is the same job, has been quite tricky as well, because as yet the support's not been there to backfill the rest of that job, like for like. I mean, there is support in ways, but yeah, I think that bit's been a struggle, because I've got, again, back to that self-awareness that I want to be the best I can be at work, but also be the best mum and, you know, wife as well. So it's just trying to understand what I really can do over, you know, what I can do over the expectation of myself, I suppose. That's what I'm trying to say. So yeah, no, it's just been a bit of a struggle, I guess, like since I've been back at work initially. But it's been a lot of change at my work as well. So there's lots of other factors as well. And I think I just need to be kinder to myself a bit, because lots of us are going through it generally at work without having a baby as well, and other children. So it's, you know, there's that kind of adjustment to make, plus all of the changes that we have at work as well.
Yeah. And you mentioned that I'm trying to be the best I can be at work, trying to be the best I can be at home.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that is possible? Or
Probably
do you think
not.
it's a miss? Because I think we're taught that we can do it all, we have it all. But I've come from this mindset now that we can have it all, but not all at once. And it's all about our priorities. And sometimes things have to we have to stay focused on the vision and have that deep self-trust and that patience that it will happen if and when the time is right. So what are your thoughts around that?
Yeah, I think that's a really nice analogy, because yeah, I think that's my nature. I think I've always been quite like, oh, I feel a sense of satisfaction if I get lots of things done. I think that's my kind of personality and what makes me tick. But actually, you know, it's when I don't get things done, then that has the opposite effect. So giving myself a bit of leeway there would be really, really useful, I think, for my own mental health and well-being, and just realizing that actually we can prioritize work at some points, and maybe having those conversations with my husband about where he can support more during those times where I need to be more present at work. And the other way around as well, like when he needs to be more present, would be really beneficial for us, I think.
Yeah, and I think you just hit the nail on the head there as well, that like this is about a two-way thing. This is about teamwork. I work with mums because it's what I know, but at the end of the day, like I'm doing this for the whole family, for dads as well, because when a mum is, you know, feeling good about herself and she's a happier version of herself, you know, more joyful, peaceful version of herself for everyone in the household. So yeah. So how has the juggle sort of impacted your life, really, your life, work and family life?
Just not having a lot of time for myself, I would say. Before having my second, I would really try and have a couple of nights exercise a week, for example, or yoga, like I mentioned, doing a bit of just meditation, just trying to have a bit of time for myself, reflection, even if it was going down to the beach for a walk, for example, because I live down in Bournemouth. But yeah, just now it's finding that time, I think, that's difficult with the balance. I am still trying to do that, even though sometimes it's that conflict in my mind of, oh no, I should be at home helping. It's busy, it's chaotic. They need me there, but actually, you know, they need a good version of me there. So actually, if I don't have that, it's probably not in everybody's best interest. So I do try and still prioritize that where I can. But yeah, just juggling generally, like I think it's been helpful because we've had members of our family move back closer to us. So just leaning on them more, I'd like to get better at. I'd say I'm not very good at like reaching out probably as often as I should for help, because I feel like I can do it. I can cope. Whereas actually, if we make it more regular support, then actually that would make our lives a lot easier. So yeah, again, just something to consider. And I think I'm working through these things really, even as I speak to you now, kind of thinking, yeah, actually, okay, I've been back at work for 3 months now, and okay, it's been a bit of a whirlwind, but actually, what can we put in place to support us as a family? And reaching out to those who are here and can help us is probably a good step. A bit more often.
Yeah. I love that you just said, even just talking to me now, you've
You
just
don't
worked
get the
with that.
time
It's
to
what
think about
a
it.
few ladies have said, like, oh, this has been really therapeutic just talking to you, because I
Mm,
think we store these things and we don't have the space or, the space or the place to talk about them. And then
mm,
they just stay like stuck and
yeah.
like dragging us down. Like, even though we don't even realize a lot of this stuff is subconscious, and we
Mhm.
don't even realize that it's kind of weighing us down. So,
Yeah. So what I would say is, yeah, I'd recommend that to anybody like who's in similar situations, because I did a return to work conversation as well with somebody from HR, which was very similar to this in a way, and how they kind of like how I'm feeling and everything. And this time that I'm talking to you, both times I felt a sense of kind of, I've let something off my chest. So actually, yeah, the more you can talk to people about how you're feeling is really important, and then that could be close friends or colleagues. But yeah, I think a lot of the time you're right. I think we store these emotions up, and actually it's nice to talk about them, because a lot of the time people have had experience of the same thing.
that's it. And we feel that we can't talk about it, I think, a lot of the time.
Yeah.
But also,
Mm-hmm.
like you said about talking to friends about it, sometimes we just need to say, "Oh, look, can I have a chat with you?" And that's you asking for that help again, isn't it? And
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. So, what would you say that you often dream or long for now?
Oh, good question. Just a nice balance, I would say, of life, because I do like to go to work. It's not like I don't like it. I do like to have that part of my life where I've got something for me that I'm working towards, but also to be happy in that is a main thing. But also being there for my children as well, and having that balance of spending quality time together and not be rushing around trying to get everything done, which a lot of the time I'm trying to do, as I'm sure a lot of us are. I need to get better at saying, yeah, this housework doesn't really need to be done right now. Bit of a clean freak sometimes, which doesn't really happen with two boys. Um, so yeah, I'd like to be able to slow down a bit more, spend that quality time together, um, and yeah, just create memories and that we'll look back on, because they're not going to be at home forever. So it would be lovely to, yeah, just yeah, kind of find myself, yeah, kind of not lost myself, but kind of find myself in that balance of the family. I think that would be my dream, kind of in the short term kind of time, at least until I find my feet. And then long term, kind of thinking ahead, like I like my boys to kind of see me as, a strong mum who knows herself well, who kind of looks to do further things like my job or whatever that is, study, and really kind of come back to myself a bit, but also not forgetting that kind of mum side of it. We have different stages in life, and I'm sure I don't know what they are yet in terms of older children, but they'll be challenging as well at times, I'm sure. But yeah, just no like big dreams, just it's just kind of like for a well balanced life where I can, yeah, be myself and be there for my family as well and watch them grow.
Gorgeous. Yeah. No burning desire specifically for you. Because this is what I try to
Yeah.
sort of home in on a bit. It's like, this is about you. and
Yeah,
and it's
yeah.
always like sort of very family
Mhm.
family centered.
just a lot more traveling, I would say, and that's with them as well. Like, I'd love to see more of the world. I always have done. Yeah, like maybe doing something like Machu Picchu in South America. I speak Spanish, as you know, so like building on that, and yeah, doing a bit more travel to Spanish speaking countries. I'd love to do that a bit more as a personal ambition.
Snap on that one.
With you, maybe, Michelle, we can
go. That'd be good. Oh, amazing. And what would you say is your biggest challenge right now?
Big one thing. I don't know.
Or multiple.
Yeah, probably just going back to that, finding enough time for myself, I think, at the moment. But life's just busy, and I think I have to realise that it might not be as much time, but if I try and carve out one or 2 hours a week just for me to do something I want to do, then I think that would be a good step forward.
Yeah. And that is the key, is it's creating the time and making it a priority and a non-negotiable, rather than thinking we find the time, because we can't find time. We have to actually consciously create it. And amazing. Wow, thank you for that. And I've got one last question for you, Jenna. This is my bonus question. So how much would you pay a fairy godmother to come and help you with achieving your dreams right now?
Oh, wow. What, I don't know. I don't know, my practical side of my brain is just like, oh, what we could afford. I have no idea. I'm like, oh, I don't know.
That's no okay.
Sorry, I don't know. I'm not very good with money anyway, so I wouldn't know.
No, that's a question that I just sneak in at the end, because I love to see people's reactions. But as I said, that I used to dream of having a fairy godmother. That was my biggest dream at one point. And yeah, she didn't come for us, unfortunately. I didn't find her. So I just thought it was a fun question to ask. So amazing. Well, thank you so much for joining me today and for sharing your story. And I just know it's going to land and resonate with so many mums. No,
thank you for inviting me. It was a pleasure, honestly.
It's brave work to actually, speak up, and I know that more mums will follow as well once they hear. You're listening to Confessions of a Working Mum. Much love and thanks goes to Jenna for her time and courage to share her story today. If you're listening to this and thinking, this is me, with a beautiful life, all the boxes ticked, holding it all together on the outside but feeling resentful inside because why have certain things fallen to you to carry? I want you to know you're not alone in this, and you haven't done anything wrong. This is so much bigger than you. The silent expectations, the roles we step into without even realizing, the pressure to just cope. But it doesn't have to stay like this. There is a way to create more calm, to feel more supported, to shift things so it's not all sitting on your shoulders. And for life to feel like your own again, not just the one where you hold everything together. If this conversation has resonated and you're ready for that next step, you can download my free Overload Reset or get a free personalized permission oracle reading. These offer a simple place to start creating more space for yourself. If you know you're ready for deeper support, you're always welcome to join me inside a 60-minute one-to-one mind massage or Unshakable Mama's 4-month portal. Thank you so much for joining me for this episode. If you found it insightful, please subscribe so you don't miss future episodes, and feel free to share with another working mum who needs to hear this today.